There's a thin line between loyalty and stupidity. Don't never let it run that game on you. I'll be loyal, but I ain't gonna be stupid. Yeah, you ain't just gonna use that loyalty to the point to where it's like betraying myself. That's real. I'm so loyal to you that I betray myself.
People meet people at certain states in their life. Yeah. Somebody got the bad version of me or the bad version of that person. But today, this is a changed person. I got the good version. I'm sorry that you got the bad version, but shit, that's what it is.
I don't believe in positive affirmations. There's a lot of self-help books that'll say, go to the mirror and say, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're gonna be successful. Tell yourself you suck so you can see the problem and say, okay, here's the problem, I suck.
A real man will leave you. They're not gonna argue with you, they're not gonna beg with you, they're not gonna plead with you. You will get a warning at best. And if it's no changed behavior, they're out.
Every single overnight success didn't sleep at night, sweated, bled, there was tears, there was heartbreak, there was betrayal. All of that stuff along the way is all dismissed because all they see is Lambo, private jets, girls, bottle service.
No one has ever changed the world by doing what the world has told them to do. There are way too many people who are obsessed with telling kids to go to college. There are not enough who are telling kids to explore more possibilities, to become entrepreneurs.
If you're going to invite a woman into your inner world, you're going to be exclusive with her, you need to trust but verify. Some people don't like to do this, but just like a random spot check, pass me your phone, let me have a look at it. If she hesitates, you know you're about to encounter some bullshit.
The majority of our relationships today are, I need you, and I need you too. And when this shit crackles and unravel, you do something I don't agree with, shit goes so bad because now all my holes start to get re-exposed.
Do you know why rich people play golf? It's because while playing golf, they speak their illegal stuffs, and the golf field is very huge space where nobody can listen to them and record their voices. This is why they play golf.
Remember one thing, through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it.
But I like being by myself. Like I like peace and quiet. It's like I'm a loner, bro. I do better and come up with shit better, and I make money, do a lot of shit. I do everything better, bro, just being by myself.
When you always living to please others, you gonna always be in a constant state of depression because you never doing nothing for you. When you start doing things for you to make you happy, then you can make somebody else happy because you're happy.
You're envious by their success or motivated by their success. It's two kind of people. And people in the world need to ask themselves, well, what are you?
Right. What are you?
I'm motivated by success.
Dating multiple women, having friends with benefits, spinning plates is a totally different game to long-term relationship game. Dealing with a woman on a long-term exclusive basis has substantial drawbacks. A lot of people would argue the payoff is not high enough. She does not value or know her self-worth. She's allowing him to treat her like a doormat. Really? Taking her out on expensive vacations, out to dinners, housing her in a beautiful apartment. All shit she couldn't do on her own where she lives.
When losing's not an option, then you got to do everything possible to win. And I don't understand how they become complacent and feel like, oh, it's okay. You know, you get people that deal with things by not actually dealing with them.
When you are serious about your dreams, be ready to be alone, to be laughed, to lose friends, to face the world, to fail, to be depressed and disrespected.
When you get married today, you essentially invite the state into your home. They become the governors of your relationships, assets, your access to your own children. Things have changed dramatically. It's very difficult. It's misunderstood. And you don't understand it until you go through it. If you're finding that you've got a lot of problems in your life and women are becoming a big part of that because you're chasing them way too much or they're creating drama in your lives or they're throwing hissy fits, that's a pretty good sign that you're not on a purpose and that you're not chasing excellence.
There's only one true blessing in the world, and that's life. What you do with it is on you. What you do with your life is on you. God, life is a business. God give you the business, but he ain't gonna manage it for you. That's on you.
Right. Like I still outwork the brokest person. Yeah, in the room, I still outwork the brokest person I know. You get what I'm saying? I can get a $10 million check today. I'm gonna be the hardest working person I know the day.
Champions do daily what everybody do occasionally. Everybody else does. You just do it daily. You're not. Yeah, we do. You're not extraordinary. You just do the ordinary extra. That's it. That's what separates you.
Rule number 1. Roses are red. Violets are blue. I'm a future millionaire. My dreams will come true.
order to learn from a mistake that I made in the past, I have to move differently. And that's a great thing to do, to go through things and change. Like, you're not going to be able to get to where you're supposed to be if you stand in the same position that you was.
You be having your mind what you want to do, but like you be having to figure that shit out. You gotta fuck up so many times and fuck up and then be like, okay, I really didn't fuck up. I just taught myself. You know what I'm saying? And like, okay, now I got this shit.
I have a book on Amazon that all men should read. It's called The Unplugged Alpha. It's become a bestseller. You can get it in Kindle, Audible, and print. Go to Amazon and search for it. Again, The Unplugged Alpha. All men need to read this book so they don't go making choices that could potentially screw up their lives.
Rule number 14. To get over the past, you first have to accept that the past is over. No matter how many times you revisit it, analyze it, regret it, sweat it, it's over. It can't hurt you anymore.
Leave a man's money alone.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Leave a man's kids alone.
Mm-hmm.
Leave a man's food alone. Mm-hmm. And by God, leave a man's wife alone.
Let's make some noise for that, goddamn.
Since the beginning of time, women want to lock down the best guy that they can get. Men want to scatter seed. It's always been that way. It's really not going to change anytime soon. Doesn't matter how much you want to try to convince people things are different, you can't get away from the evolutionary nature of human beings. Women will spend years changing her man and then wonder what the hell happened to the guy that she fell in love with. And a lot of the times you don't notice it happening. It starts with basic stuff like, hey Rich, put your white socks in the white hamper and your dark socks in the dark hamper.
Seem like lately my spirit been telling me just lay low, be patient, you feel me? Just sit back, observe, take nothing personal. But at the same time, take everything for what it is. If you know me, I do a whole lot of shit out of love. But I can promise you, never again.
Pain is the greatest motivating force in the world. But if you're going to go into denial and look back at all the things that you could have done and you didn't do, you know what? Fuck that. Don't be the person that looks back and has regret. Take the pain, take the bitter pill.
If I'm going to deal with a woman who's moving like she's still in her 20s, I might as well go get a woman still in her 20s who has less trauma miles on her. Tell me I'm wrong, fellas.
I never seen no Brazilian, Argentinian, Colombian, any other race, Chinese, Asian go independent F a man. You go in the comments under any post,
it's the same group.
Always the same group.
Every single time that people tear me down, it gives me more hunger to prove them wrong. I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm gonna work until you eat your words. That's how I stay motivated.
You will know your purpose when you're on it. I can't lead you to it. Everybody's is different. Everybody has a little dent that they can put in the universe if they go seeking answers to questions that they're asking. And it starts by doing shit. It starts by getting out there and doing things.
You do not protect your heart by acting like you don't have one. You see, the moment that you start to act like just like everyone else, being cold-hearted, you just allowed the world to change you.
How dare anybody talk shit on someone who is trying to level up in their life, in their personal income, in their health, in their mindset? How dare they? You have the right to throw shade right back. And you just slap their fucking gelatinous little titties and go, I could fucking milk you, bro.
If you want to get better results out of life, hold yourself to higher standards. Hold the people around you to greater standards. You know, if you set the bar in the sand here, then you're probably going to hit something around here. But if you set the bar in the sand up over here, you're going to do a lot better and have a better chance of getting to that. You're not fat. You're not lazy. You're chasing excellence. You're on a purpose. You have a grind. You're doing something interesting in your life. You're a handsome guy. You've got some style. If you're doing all that stuff already and she's not responding and you're not getting what you want, lots of dudes go out of the marriage and I wouldn't blame them.
The whole plan was to get the money. If you ain't getting the money, something going wrong. You feel me? So coming from even if you getting the money, but you ain't got it, hold on. That mean you ain't managing it right. You need to slow down, bro. You need to think what you doing.
Always love yourself. Don't ever lose yourself trying to find love. Always remember your peace is priceless. Say less and do more. Get your mind right, big mouse.
That's a violation. Don't blend in. Stay in your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Be honest and stay in your lane. Right. Because it's like, discredit the sacrifices that it takes.
Age don't bring wisdom. I tell people all the time, age do not bring wisdom. The only way you become wise is if you apply knowledge to life. That's how you become wise, or you'll be called what we all know as old fools.
Like I still outwork the brokest person. Yeah, in the room, I still outwork the brokest person I know. You get what I'm saying? I can get a $10 million check today. I'm gonna be the hardest working person I know the day after.
Only a fool would not learn from an experience. You never try to put yourself in a position of being a fool.
that if something happens, there's a lesson there. Sometimes you have to think about it for a long time, but there's a lesson in everything.